Hey guys, welcome back, John Megacycle here, another challenge for Command & Conquer General's 0 Hour. Well, let's see here, just finished up that one, and I got a new request. This one is as the Infantry General, I believe, against a Chinese nuke and a China, just straight up. So here's the map we've got, China and Chinese Nuke General. This map is pretty even for 3 players. You've got a good amount of resources on each. These aren't quadrants, because quadrants are for sector. Let's call them sectors, why not? In each sector you've got a supply stash here in the northwest, southeast. Each side has their own little booty stash. There's 2 bridges connecting the 2, and then some oil derrick resources, that sort of a thing scattered about. So, this is a good map for keeping it fairly on the level. There's not a ton of room for expansion. Kind of keeps it nice and tight. We're actually going to be playing this one as the Chinese Infantry General. This is going to be interesting. We're going to have a lot of nuke around here, and not just from the nukes themselves, but the nuke cannons, the Inferno artillery. We're going to have to be pretty careful, and we're going to try to counter that using Air Force, meaning the Helix helicopters are going to be a great asset to add to our defense. I think this was all the requirements. I'm just reading it as I'm talking. There wasn't a setup for cash or limit supers. We're going to leave limit supers off, considering the Chinese Nuke General, as I've mentioned in previous videos, is one of the generals that will build several nukes. They'll build 2. I think that's what they'll limit. The United States Super Weapons General will build like 6 dozen or something. I'm not too sure. I never really figured out the upper limit for that. But we're going to go at it. Really the plan is to spread out our economy as quickly as we can, including that middle bit, because there are 3 oil derricks there, and we're going to see how quickly we can hold up. So here we go.
Let's build. That's a good choice.
Okay, so we have 2 oil derricks in the back, supply stash, and yep, the 3 derricks in the center. We're gonna save on our upgrades. I'm gonna send you immediately to the center. I want a barracks there as soon as possible. There is this civilian structure, but we do have our hardened fortified bunkers. That's gonna give us a nice advantage to setting up.
Let's build. That's a good start. A very good plan, General.
Really, we're going to get this barracks out, probably another barracks. This is going to be the hot point, so I want to make sure that we've got plenty of production. And then we're going to start loading up with fortified bunkers. So let's see, let's do this and this. That'll get us started. The thing I want to be careful about is fortifying up the civilian structure, considering China is quite good with their Inferno tanks. I don't want to lose infantry that quickly or at all. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get them in there, and then we're going to get fortified bunker.
I like the big targets. We'll tear through their armor. Let's build.
Okay, and just like I said, we're going for this second supply stash as soon as we can. Already under attack. Go figure. That's all we need. That's probably going to take care of that side for a little bit. So now we're going to rinse and repeat and do the same thing here.
Upgrade complete.
That's definitely going to take care of any light vehicles, so I'm not too worried about that. You get in there, please. You two, I want you to start working on taking over some of these structures once we have a second. I know I've been kind of lax with this guy, but we're going to get another barracks here. I want to make sure that if they are able to take out 1 or 2 of our production structures, we're not completely dead in the water. We need to be able to bounce back.
Enemy tanks out there.
Okay, this is going to be a really good start.
Building is complete.
Barracks complete. Excellent. Space this out a little bit here.
China can now use this building. Nothing will stop our building. Building is our building. Will stop our building.
Very good. 3 and 4. I'm liking this so far. We are going to get another fortified bunker. Really nest this up. There's no reason why we shouldn't. Shouldn't nest it, not mess. Probably sounded like I said mess this up.
Nice location.
Yeah, no problem.
We have big plans.
That should be enough for that. That should be enough for another
Unit
fortified bunker over here.
lost.
There we go. There's the MiGs.
Mini gunner reporting for duty.
Tank under here. I built for
Mini
China.
gunner reporting
Gatling
for
towers are going to be absolutely imperative against those MiGs, or just having enough missiles and stuff.
We have big plans.
Standing attention. Right away. Ready for order. Our minigun defends us from the enemy. Speed up the gun.
Oh, this is going to be a problem.
Unit lost.
Good. Defend us of peace. Right away.
Construction will
Congratulations,
We
General.
will
Okay,
You
I need
have been
you over
promoted.
here as soon as possible. And I need another dozer. Yes, please.
Our miniguns will destroy the enemy.
Okay, not too worried. Not too worried quite yet.
building the Chinese Empire. We have big
You,
plans.
I need you to start working on... We're going to...
Very
Minigun
Oh, you know what?
reporting for
I don't
duty.
want aircraft. We need to build a war factory because that's the next in the production structure, tech structure. So we need a war factory first.
For the Republic. Yes, sir.
I built for China. Of course. Nice
Yeah,
location.
the Chinese infantry are going to definitely pay off. Investing pretty heavily in infantry all around. They're going to be good against the MiGs. Like I said, the good thing about the Infantry General is their minigunners or their basic infantry can actually shoot aircraft. There, see, look at that. Just took a MiG down. All you have to do is just make sure our stuff is repaired.
I built for
Shouldn't have too much of a problem maintaining.
Minigunner
Very
reporting
good.
for
Rank 3, mines, carpet bomb, artillery. These things are
One
great.
of our buildings is being captured.
Minigunner reporting for
Okay, we're going to take care of that. Did I lose all my infantry?
defend us of peace. Shoot them down.
big plans.
Here, just shoot them. These no hit points. Thank you.
Minigunner reporting for duty.
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
Yeah, see, every single time they rush like that, they're losing. Oh no, I have all my infantry. Every single time they rush like that, they're just losing more planes, which is great, because those things are not cheap. So they're wasting plenty of solid resources just trying to do some damage.
We will live
Speaking
in
of damage,
prosperity.
let's see what we can do to these guys. Blind shot, perfect. That should take out their airfield. That should really bang up their propaganda center. That's great. Now the next step, really what we could do is we could also start backfilling these things with Gatling towers.
Ah, yes.
So I'm going to bring you back just a little bit.
We will
Propaganda towers and Gatling towers. That's definitely what we want to start filling up with.
Unit lost.
Yeah, look at that. We're sitting on $9,000. It's time for us to start teching up very quickly. Chain guns are going to be a nice upgrade, absolutely.
the Chinese Empire. Let's build.
Propaganda center, please, because I will want speaker towers.
Build for China.
Speaker towers are what's going to keep our dozers alive. Considering these guys are high-value targets to the enemy, we need to make sure that we keep our dozers up and healthy. And by the look of it, I think we did clear out their propaganda center and their airport. So that was a perfect shot in the dark. Okay, good so far. Still teching up. I don't like sitting on this much money.
China has been
Wow, that was awesome. Again, they just lost 2 MiGs, no problem. Now, we do have one opening that we have not defended against at all. So we're going to do this. We're going to get another dozer, we're going to get this defended. This is a third spot that I didn't really think about. Actually, it looks like they considered going that route, but they changed their mind.
Congratulations, General.
A little bit of micromanagement here. No problem. Okay, propaganda center is up.
Let's build.
I need
We
you
have
to
big plans.
this away. Actually, you know what? I'd like you to build an airport, please. What does that put us at? Rank 5? Artillery,
Upgrade
artillery,
complete.
EMP.
Building is
Let's
complete.
promote our minigunners. I'm going to be using those guys pretty heavily throughout.
We will
Good.
live in
Now we have
prosperity.
residual healing that's just going to happen all the time. Or passive. I guess I should have used the word passive healing. So
We
same
have
deal
big
here.
plans.
Barracks.
There's not enough
Barracks are
field
cheap.
space.
Barracks are cheap. They're 500. I don't think they require any power. No. So you can sprinkle these things all over the place. Pretty handy. We're going to get a Gatling tower right
Build there.
there.
That's a good choice.
We are going to make for darn sure they are not bringing any planes into our airspace at all. This is going to be a piece of cake.
Prosperity.
We'll tear through their armor.
Okay, my airport, perfect. Salt helixes,
We have
absolutely.
big plans.
Let's get a barracks here. We needed to take over these oil derricks. I got a little bit caught up in the front, but that's okay.
We will live in prosperity.
Enemy tanks out there.
Build orders complete, sir. Let's
Very
build.
good. Okay. Next up, another speaker tower back here. Time to backfill some of those spots that were empty before. We do have extra occupancy in our fronts, meaning there's some slots in the bunkers that aren't being used. Let's do that. You can do that. Take that over, and very soon I'm going to want to work on an internet center.
Our power is low.
That's fine. Even with low power, we've got more than enough ample defense. Not worried about it.
Enemy gunner reporting
We'll
on
tear
duty.
through their armor.
Okay,
Building is complete.
let's do another carpet bomb right there. That's going to mess up their economy a little bit. Sounds good. EMP, why not? I just wanted to really use it for sight. I just really wanted to see what was going on.
Let's build.
Okay, very good. Nothing's really
We have
come from
captured
there
the
yet.
building, sir.
Okay, let's backfill a little bit here. 3 in there sounds good. Let's see. Let's get 2 in there. Why not?
We will live in prosperity.
Power.
Let's build.
Unit
Internet
lost.
center.
Sending
Nice
attention.
when it's
Ready
done.
for orders.
Unit lost. Oh, the plane. Okay, but that messed up their economy, which is good. That buys us even a little more time.
Enemy tanks out there. Nothing will
Construction.
stop
We
our
have
prospect.
big plans.
Very good. Okay. What are we doing on power? Oh, we're doing great on power. Let's see. What else do I want? Why don't you just come back here a little bit?
The building, sir. The building is ours. Ready for orders.
Very good.
Garrison the building.
We're going to ruin somebody's day.
These helixes are heavily armored enough that you can do kind of a rush-in attack. The way I primarily use helixes is I go all the way around the enemy base and sneak attack from behind. These things can hold a lot of infantry. There we go. See, here's a good trade-off. The most they're going to do is mess up our mines. The artillery that we've captured is going to be able to protect that pretty nicely. I
Big plans.
knew I had someone that was way closer.
We'll tear through their armor.
No problem.
Carrying the big gun.
Okay, I don't want all these guys in one, so we're going to spread them out a little bit here. 4, 2, 4, that works out. Be sure to do the research for battle bunker. That'll allow the guys to shoot out of the structure. If you don't do that, they can't fire out of it. Then the helix is just a troop transport.
Let's build.
Again, we're going to go with the same methodology. I'm going to not try to build any supers, but I am going to start spreading out my power
We
base.
have big plans.
Shut off their vehicle.
And there's some very important researches there. Let's top that off.
Unit
Let's take a
lost.
look.
Ready for link up.
Another barracks.
Nice when
Oh,
it's done.
lost my dozer.
Let's build. We have big plans.
There's another one that's available? No, I guess not. Okay. If you don't mind.
Upgrade complete.
Yeah, the great thing about these guys is since they're just floating around, they're a very quick response unit.
Punish them.
So for example, we're going to come in here. I think we'll be able to mess up a good bunch of their base. Let's use our carpet bomb to take out those Gatling tanks, because that's going to be a problem.
Make it worth my time.
Look at that. No problem.
Helix
Iced it.
on the sea.
We can back up, or what we're going to do is we're just going to quick move in, take out these nuke trucks. That's it. Get out. See, enough armor, we can take a couple of rocket hits and we're not too worried about it. That should take care of
Unit
almost
lost.
all of that. Yep. That's one Gatling tower we have to worry about. I'm not too sure how I lost a helix.
Helix on the sea.
I think their MiG got it. Cool. Airport done. That did an obscene amount of damage without a lot of work.
That's a good
Defenders of
choice.
peace.
That's the neat thing about using the helixes as kind of a rush-in tactic. Okay, now we're going to see how this pans out. Yeah, no problem.
Make it worth my time.
Any tank commander that's not using their tanks appropriately or paying attention can lose a lot of really expensive Chinese armor in a very short amount of time. So what I like to do, especially as the Infantry General, I build these little super hacker nodes, is what I call it. I build a speaker tower, I put a Gatling tower, and then I just dump a bunch of hackers around there and make sure that they're deployed properly. That allows them to heal if they ever take a little bit of damage, and it ensures a little bit of protection, so it's a little money drop. That's the way I like to see it.
Nothing will stop our
I
bullet.
like the big targets.
Okay, everybody in.
I built for China.
Speaker tower.
Warning. A nuclear missile silo has been detected.
Okay, so this is probably a really good example. Where is that nuke? Oh, there it is. Oh, look, it's exactly in the back of their base. Knowing that, we should be able to do some serious damage to it without taking a ton of damage ourselves. Mines, absolutely.
What do you have in mind? Carrying the big gun. I like the big targets. I'm carrying the big gun. Helix on the scene. There are no more supplies here.
Okay, still sitting on a ton of cash. I am actively trying to spend that down. There's that. Another power plant, please. Time to keep nesting our defenses.
Unit lost.
Certainly no reason that we shouldn't.
I can cripple their facilities.
Okay, you want to come over here a little bit?
Link up.
Deploy, that's going to ensure that we have a ton of fun, cashy money. Battle bunker, absolutely. If you wouldn't mind coming over here, fix that up, I would be most appreciative.
Discovered an enemy black lotus.
Somebody's day. I built for China. I know just what you want. I like the big target. Building is complete.
Can't ever have too many infantry units, especially being the Infantry General.
Install the bunker.
Okay, we've got quite a fleet
A
here.
nuclear missile silo has been detected.
I'm not worried. We'll worry about green in a second. First of all, this will take care of all their standing stuff that would cause us a problem. Second of all, they have a crap ton of hackers right here. Let's take care of that and hopefully the power plant. To top it off, let's make sure they stay offline by enacting the EMP.
Unit lost.
Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. Now the hope with all that stuff concentrated at the same time is I'm really hoping they're going to go offline and stay offline. There we go. Now the problem is they've got a bunch of bunkers in the back, but they have nothing in the front. They're just really defending up their supply stash. So we're going to swing in really hard right in the front.
They look so small from up here.
Those units cannot attack the air. I'm not worried. We're going to concentrate on electricity.
Unit lost.
1, 2, they're done. They have no electrical power. Let's take out their command center so they can't use their command abilities. Granted, we did lose a few helix. These guys are heavy duty, but they are not invulnerable. Take out that nuke center, take out the airport. We'll be able to walk this guy no problem. Yeah, we can leave that supply stash. There's no supplies to be had.
Pull no stops. We're going to ruin somebody's day.
Okay, run away. Okay, they have 2 Gatling towers there. Can you guys hit that from there? Looks like you can.
Unit lost.
Perfecto. Okay, nuke cannon coming on us. This is exactly why I have the helixes in the first place, and why I need a ton more. MiGs are great, but they have no countermeasures, which makes them really touchy if you're going to do any real attacking with them. If you don't mind. Yeah, man, clean that out. Nope, a little more.
Unit lost.
There goes their economy. Let's down tech them as hard as we can. We're going to take out their propaganda center. Let's see, is there anything else? Yeah, there's a few other assets we can knock out.
Have a target for me, making a flyby. They look so small from up here.
Perfect.
All these guns.
Now, using helixes like I'm doing right now, I think is a much smarter move, considering the Nuke General has, well, nuclear radiation on most of its tanks and other units. That makes it very difficult for infantry to just do a rush, or just run in and do any serious damage without really losing a big chunk of your army. In this case, we're really nullifying the need for any sort of that kind of nonsense. We're not susceptible to radiation when we're in the sky. that gives us a really nice advantage. We can move a lot faster as the Infantry General, even though infantry by standard function are slow. They're not very maneuverable, and they're not very quick. This gives us that extra level that we wouldn't have otherwise. There we go. Bunch more helix, or heli, whatever the heck the plural is. More landmines. They're not coming through this way at all. Now, I do want to get rid of all these Gatlings. Once we do, we can rush back in and really mess them up some more. But we did enough of a damage against their internet center. They're not really rebuilding a whole mess of stuff, which is good. We have some time and we have some cash. So we're going to go ahead and keep building up a few more Gatlings. Oh yeah. Amazing. Look at that. No air defense.
Making a flyby.
And speaking of stuff, that, and you guys look bored. We just need to get them offline, and then they can't use their Gatlings. So we're going to make a bit of a gamble here. Rush right in, see if we can take this out before we lose too many of our guys. That was enough.
Upgrade complete.
Did I lose one? I lost one. I think that was a good enough of a gamble. Took them completely offline. We're going to go through our campaign and knock out all their power. That's the most powerful thing you can do to an opponent, I feel. Taking out their power, they cannot produce units as quickly, if at all. All of their stuff that requires power is offline, which we've seen. They are mostly Gatling Tower defense. They have one bunker over here. That gives us the whole base to just have fun with. Get that. And we don't want to concentrate on the structures that require power, because if we do, they might come back online if we don't take out all their power plants first. It's done. Brilliant. Okay, yep, that bunker's the only thing they have for defense. We're going to leave that last for this fun guy. Now, another great thing you can really complement in an attack is the Inferno cannons. In a pack with the, I think it's the Black Napalm upgrade? Yeah, Black Napalm upgrade. Amazing stuff. Oh yeah. Let's take a moment.
I'm carrying the big gun. I like the big targets.
25,000. Yeah, we've got enough hackers. We've got more than enough stuff that we're unstoppable at this point. But as I've always said in the past, always play as if you're going to lose. Keep building stuff. Keep researching. Keep playing. Keep it up. Okay, looks like green sold out. That means blue is all that's left. And we don't have to worry about any of the defensive structures. We just need to knock out their economy. I've said this a million times, but the enemy will sell out when they cannot produce new structures, cannot produce units, and cannot collect money. So really, we have to knock out the dozers. These supply structures, they'll just sell out on their own. Done. Oh yeah, I forgot I said that. Awesome. Alright, let's see. What of this base do they even have left? They have all of it left. But none of it's any good. Because it's all offline. Holy buckets. Yeah, that's wave 2 if we needed it. Yeah, see how my rockets were just going in all kinds of different directions right there? Oh! Okay, I EMP'd my own planes. Wow, that's a little embarrassing. If you notice the rockets were going in different directions, that's because of this guy, the ECM tank. I believe it stands for Electronics Countermeasures Tank. Yeah, it just causes the missiles to go in different directions as opposed to the Avenger that disables missiles entirely. Okay, and you know what? I do want to use these guys at least once.
We defend China's airspace.
MiGs are absolutely designed for lightly armored structures. How come you guys aren't using your rockets anymore? Oh, you guys missed the battle bunker upgrade. See? Great example. That's why you need to do that. So as I was saying, the MiGs, absolutely great against lightly defended structures. These supply bases are great because they spread around with a black napalm. It just destroyed the 2 trucks even though it didn't hit them directly. Worked out pretty nice. Okay, we have the battle bunker research now. Still not shooting with the rockets, okay. And I forgot the battle bunker upgrade on all those units. Oh, there we go. It just took a little bit. Okay.
You have a target for me?
I do.
Aircraft standing by.
I would send the MiGs, but like I said, they don't have any amount of countermeasures, so they're just gonna get murdered. Oh, looks like I don't have to. Yep, they lost the ability to build structures because it took out their last dozer and units. So if all they can do is collect money, kinda who cares? There we go. Units destroyed, 333. Units lost, 51. Pretty darn fine ratio. A lot of our losses were infantry. So a lot of inexpensive dollar amount losses, which is good. It's not like we were losing a lot of planes as the Air Force General or whatever. Couple of helixes, couple of missile infantry in there, and then some stuff we were using to defend. I think this one worked out pretty nicely. Minimal on the losses as much as we could. I think we lost some battle bunkers. They never got into our home soil. We annihilated the crap out of both of them, and not a single nuke was launched from them or from I. So that worked out good, nice and clean. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I appreciate every single view, every subscribe. I hope you enjoy these videos. If you have any tips or tricks for me, anything I can learn, let me know. I'm always happy to incorporate new strategies. If there's anything you'd like to see me do, let me know. I'll give it a try. Thanks, guys. I'm going to catch you later.